Season 16, Round 8 matchup. Today we're seeing Andy's not big, not clever dwarf team take on Leon's Nurgle She Wrote Nurgle team. Looking at the leaderboard, the dwarves want to win this for certain. It keeps them comfortably into the top four. A loss would come down to touchdown differences, which I'm not actually sure about. And for the Nurgle She Wrote, they need to win this if they want any chance of getting into the top four. We have 3 more matches. It's still in there with the chance. Well, 4 matches, of course, including this one. That could put him up to 5 wins, 4 draws, and 2 losses, which it would allow him to threaten the number 4 position there. Where if Andy wins it, that would allow him to maybe move on further up and have a better secure position for the playoffs. I don't know if the coaches are going to join. I will probably in the future start 5 minutes before the match rather than 10. It's a lot of gap to fill in. Team roster. So here we have Not Big, Not Clevers. And we're looking at a fairly standard dwarf team on the most parts. I don't know if he sacked or he lost to Troll Slayer, but he's been trying to build this one up for a few games now. Obviously they mostly rely on casualties in order to level up. We've got a Troll Slayer on a double for dodge. I'm not entirely sure I'd have gone for the dodge myself. I think, but you know, it's not disastrous either. So each to their own. I would have taken like Mighty Blow or Tackle or something like to assist with these killing frenzy thing. I know the argument is with dodge they're harder to knock down. So yeah, it's not the end of the world. He's got a kill blitzer. I probably would have taken Tackle on the 3rd skill to go with the Mighty Blow piling on, but he's not that far away from leveling up really. 7 more SPP. But you know, again, nothing's disastrous. Another blitz with Might Blow Stand Firm. He likes Stand Firm on his dwarves, but they does been working out quite nicely for him. Of course, he lost his Edge 5 runner to the relief of most of the league, and of course his second runner was a bit more pro and kick-off return. Pro's an interesting skill there, but I guess he's figuring if he's going to do lots of dodges or throws, or you know, I could see where it could be useful. And the Longbeard development, this is where I kind of differ a little bit from Willem and Callum. I think the team still has ways it can still develop. I don't think it's hit a brick wall really. I mean, here he could give it Stand Firm, grab, piling.
I noticed you don't have a co-caster.
Hello, Callum. How are you? Callum.
Noticed you don't have a co-caster.
Sorry.
I noticed you don't have a co-caster. I thought Leon was doing it.
No, he's playing.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
He's playing. So yeah, just quickly going through the teams. You probably heard I said I disagree slightly with you and Will, because I just think they have a bit more. They could develop a bit more. You know, they can still room for some more Mighty Blow, guard and Stand Firm and whatever.
More Mighty Blow and God. It doesn't help. The problem is they're not named. The only one I like is Block
Yeah.
and Bashful, actually. But this is the second Bashful because we lost one Bashful earlier on.
Yeah, no, this is with I wasn't sure if he sacked the other Troll Slayer or so. I don't know what. I can't remember.
He sacked the other Troll Slayer because
He gave it Stand Firm and Sidestep. It was something like that. I'd imagine, because that's what he had. All right. Well, we'll have a quick look at Leon.
Sorry, I just got a message from Rob about Rebel.
Oh, that's all right. I'm taking a break this season.
mm.
I've just got so much stuff I've got to do, and anyway, anyway. uh, Nurgle she wrote. There we go.
Right. Yeah. This team needs killing with Commodore needs a block. Um, we're discussing pestigores, and apparently 4 pestigores is too much.
Is it?
Uh, yeah, apparently it's too many because the team value costs they go up very high very quickly. I suppose it's true. Um, this team does look a little bit less. It looks less intimidating when it loses a player or two, to be honest. Especially if one of the Warriors goes.
Definitely.
Uh, yeah, but you can see that there is progression at least for all 3 of those pestigores that have at least got 1 level.
Yes. I always say take all what conventional Blood Bowl wisdom is with a pinch of salt. We break so much of that anyway.
Mm.
No,
Got to remember Pass block won the league once, so you got to remember
that's
that.
right. So yeah, and with killing, yeah, that guy number 9. I'm going to pronounce that. See, this is it. Some people say, take the mighty blow and the claw, then they level up quicker, and then take the block. Well, I'm with you.
Take block first.
Yeah, I mean, Rob Top tried it, and he was just like, "Nah, I regret doing it now." You know,
We had a discussion about that as well. But the conclusion is block first always, regardless. If you're making a killer,
yeah, yeah, it's totally worth it. He's got an okay ball handler. Uh,
it needs 2 heads and a double for dodge. It does. They seem to have lost. He seems to have lost a goat by the looks of things because there was definitely an edge for goat at one point.
yep, and that's true. Yep, and Animal Farms the replacement.
Mm. Um, how much money has he got in the bank?
160.
160k spare. Well, he's obviously got to spend at least 10k of that because you don't want to give away extra stuff if you can. Is he the lower value team or the higher value team? Because this is quite an important game for both of them, really. I think.
It is. We'll go back. I covered that a little bit. He is six. No, that's the wrong team. 1670. So he's higher. So he's higher. 1720. He's got a wizard there, I think.
Sorry, 16. Oh, I
16.
can't. 16, he's got 50k, so he can buy a wizard if he wants it. Wizard's very good against dwarves because if you can stop a dwarf drive, then they're not going to be able to get the ball back.
Oh, I was thinking as well. I don't know if you watch it through Cabal television. I think it would be at the same place I was if you wanted a better quality thing. But if you're happy watching my,
I watch on the stream because it makes sense. Because otherwise, we see things at the same time.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, so I'd never get used to that. So the leaderboard, yeah, I was saying this earlier. So I know, guys, there's a bit of repetition, but I didn't know if anyone was going to join me. So yeah, for the dwarves, obviously, if they win it, they kind of need to win it, really, for a more secure place than the top 4. And if Nurgle don't win it, they're going to struggle to scrape the top 4.
It is. It's last chance to lose really for anyone below Chris and Adam. I think. Chris Adam. Yeah, anyone below Chris and Adam and Joe, it's really last chance. You've got to kind of win here to keep yourself in the running.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I've got 3. I don't think I can hit the top 4. I think I must be the cut-off point. If you're me and
Um,
under, if I win the next 4 games, oh, if I
I'm gonna
win,
check.
no,
I'm
three
gonna check on
games.
a platform that allows us to see the actual score, actual points of everyone, so you don't spend half the time calculating them.
That's right.
Um, and then apparently it's not letting me on display at the moment. Why is it doing that?
Everybody else
Okay.
would have to lose, I think.
it's it's a tough. It's gonna be tough for anyone outside of the top four, as we said, to actually get in because they're all in charge of their own fate at the moment.
Yeah.
Has the game started yet?
I don't know what time it is actually. Ah, right, time to check. That wasn't too bad.
Apparently Leon's on Age of Empires.
Is he? Go off Age of Empires, Leon. Come on. Actually, Discord. Yeah, Discord lies sometimes.
That's not Discord. I'm watching it. I've got it on Steam.
So there is another match being played. The 1%ers and the Moors Mouthfuls, but I don't know. I think Rob Top asked if I would stream Dwarves and Nurgle. So
Duels versus Nurgle. That's a poor choice of game. I don't know. Actually, no. What percentage versus Moore's Mouthful sounds like that'd be a much funner game to stream, but whatever. If it's been requested by Rob, it's. But yeah, so I'm looking. I've got the league table now. Mathematically, there is 4 games left. Well, you've got 3 games left, and you've got 8. Sorry, have you got 4?
no, 3. I've already
Yeah.
played.
You've already played, so you've got 3 games left. You need to get a maximum 9 points. That puts you on 14 points. And that would theoretically put you in the top 4, assuming that other clashes don't force you out.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible, but I think it's unlikely.
Surface value, on the surface, it looks like you still have a chance.
Yeah. Hey, they might be coming back next season.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Please kill more chaos. Kill some chaos.
That's right.
There's a bounty on every single chaos player, including the lineman with only block. There is clearly no differential on that. So I want my money.
So
He has not responded to me yet. Right.
he has responded to the streaming thread, so he definitely knows it's happening. Oh. Oh, they're going to be 5. He's going to be 5 minutes late.
Oh, lovely.
That's all
You're
right.
gonna have to cut out a little bit for the for the video on demand.
Oh no, I think we can keep it. It's only another 5 minutes late, so that's about another minute. So it shouldn't be too long.
I'm gonna quickly fill up my water. I'll be back in a second.
No worries. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. And don't forget, we're doing another stream tomorrow, and that will be. I have to remember now. It's just me trying to fill up the airways with some discussion.
Hey guys, looks like I got a couple of minutes. I thought I'd jump in and say hello.
No worries. Callum's just gone off to get some water. Grabbed by the gully, he snobbity stops tomorrow. I was just doing a promo for tomorrow's stream while I'm waiting.
Oh, sorry, you carry on.
No, that's done now. So, are you feeling confident about this match?
No, I don't think I damn checked the record, but I never do well against these teams. These are the ones that knocked me out of the playoffs last time, so they're just one that frustrate me more than anything, I think.
I think you've got an awful lot more guard, I think, than you did last time.
Possibly, yeah, possibly.
You had a lot of guard last time. You just have more now.
Yeah, it was the end of last season, so I don't know if it's much different at all, really.
Well, that's all right. If you're here, I don't have to sit here pressing search. You'll let me know.
I'll give you a shout when he invites me. Yeah. I'm guessing he's going to want to do a bit to his team first.
No, his team. Oh, he's 10k over the 150 limit. I mean, his team looked like it was pretty much ready to go.
It depends if he wants a new stadium or not.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be up for getting a tasty new stadium.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Oh, he's here. Hello.
Oh, there we go.
Hello.
I think we're off.
I guess I'm mistaken, am I, Leon?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
No games for you today, no.
Mm.
No.
I don't know why I'm on here. I'm on here actually.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm going to jump out, guys. I'll speak to you afterwards.
No worries. All right, I'll go back to. Are you still with us, Leon?
Yeah. Any questions?
Yeah. If you don't mind hanging around until like at least tell us what inducement you've taken, that sort of thing.
Tell you what, sir.
Tell us
What inducements?
what.
Ah.
Yeah, because it saves us trying to. Because some of them aren't always very obvious.
Yeah. Okay, I can't afford that. I think you know what I'm going to go for.
Wizard.
I can't afford it.
Oh, you can't afford it.
Well, you're saving that money for a tasty new stadium.
Oh yeah.
You know I can't resist.
Okay. It's gonna fail on turn 1 eventually.
No, it does. It does. Like it's only when I face you or you.
Yeah. It's only when it faces me the chainsaw comes good.
Oh, I just pressed search and the 1% score has gone up
Yeah.
by 1. Look at that.
Last
So we're starting now.
Alright. Clear off.
All right. Adios.
Bye.
Got pen, ready for notes. Oh boy, here we are. What's the fact of the day? The elf team, the dragon princes, are made exclusively of elf princes and night lords. They're so haughty and proud that they refuse to play anyone. Oh, they're like the snobbity snobs.
That's right.
It's the team that Chris is based on.
It's
Based the
just
team off.
high elves in general, surely.
Alright, get the skills up. So chainsaw, what's the chainsaw stats?
It is. Yeah, strength 4. It's max.
Yeah, it's max. It's strength 4 with a chainsaw, so it will fail turn 1 and we'll laugh. Hopefully. Not too fair, I kind of want Leon to win because it might give us an interesting run-in.
Yes. Yeah. Looks like he's keeping it off the pitch on his defending drive, which against, say, the teams you tend to play would be a good idea. But I think with dwarves, who aren't necessarily going to score quickly, I'd be tempted to have him on this drive.
Leon takes a while to set his team up, so he's going to set his team up. He's going to pause for a second,
Right.
and then he's going to change. Then he's going to change his setup because this game's going to run for 2 hours because it's dwarves versus Leon, not dwarves versus Nurgle, dwarves versus Leon, and it's going to run for the full. It is going to be long. Got to remember, the longest game in Bloodstain's history was the semi-final between Phil and Leon a couple seasons back, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was like, because they went into overtime as well, so it was like 3 hours long or something.
It was ridiculous, and the footage got corrupted, so we couldn't put it up on the Tinternet.
No, it's all right. There's quite a few things missing.
All right, so what's he doing? Is that goats on the line, or is that big straight? Is that warriors on the line? It looks like he's putting Beast of Nurgle and 2 rotters on the line. Yeah, would you foul with dwarves?
I don't tend to personally, but I know Andy does.
Has he got bench? Has he got a bench?
Of 1, yeah.
Well, you could foul with a long beard if you have the bench. I think the pattern. Yeah, you gone?
I would do it if I was already up in numbers because I'd gotten the removals. Good lord, you weren't lying. 7 seconds to go. You didn't put the chainsaw on though.
Yeah, he does take the full thing. I think it is a tactic because it really grinds my gears, and I'm convinced he does it on purpose.
That's right.
And I wouldn't blame him for it because it works. It works. Right. So what else? What we got here? We're probably gonna bring a couple of dwarves back in case there's Actually, I mean, Nurgle aren't that fast, so they can't really capitalise on a blitz. But you do want to bring a piece or two back just to help with securing the ball.
Yes.
If the ball is short and there's a blitz, oh dear.
Yeah. Kick off
Oh,
return.
kick-off return. That's not really that good for the Nurgle. They want it a bit close to the line. High kick, so kick-off return becomes useless, and that's why you don't take kick-off return. Would you bring the other? So you probably wants to score with this sure hands piece is going for the ball now.
Yes, definitely.
But he doesn't get it, so that's going to be a difficult place to cage. It's going to be difficult to cage up turn one if he doesn't get the kit. If he doesn't get the casualties straight away. If he doesn't get the pals straight away. And that beast of Nurgle could be a pain.
I often try to say to people, I know you got your main ball carrier, but do try to score with other players, or you become very much dependent on one player.
Mm.
Hey, dead.
Bloodlust, dead.
Is regen going to be real?
No, it's not going to be real.
Oh, right. Don't. Oh, you know how to tell. Oh, no, no, there is no regen on the right.
Yeah, there is no regen.
Yeah. Oh.
See. Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, dear. This is going to be...
Yeah, so Hard Times was not long for this world anyway, because he had an AV of 7, so that's one of those difficult pieces with the strength up and the minus AV. I personally half wish they die just because it makes that decision easy. Sorry, back to the game.
Interesting not to take the both down and then go for the foul, because that would have been nice. I guess we're going to see a Dauntless on one of the Nurgle Warriors. I'm eyeballing the Nurgle Warrior with guard to the right of the Beast of Nurgle from the way we're looking.
That one, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, a couple of assists in, but it doesn't look like we're going that one. It looks like we're going the other way. Maybe try set up a surf play for next turn, but it does require Dauntless to work the second time round at least.
Yes.
And this might be if this was a faster team than Nurgle, this would be a very bad idea, because if you have a look, that ball ain't gonna get safe.
No. So one. Oh, hey.
But it's fine again.
Oh, he's going the other direction anyway.
Oh, we're going for the goat. We're going for the goat. Interesting choice. In Mighty Blow we trust. In Mighty Blow fails. So we're gonna fight. We're gonna punch back with the goat, surely. How close is the goat to the ball? Because it's only a 4+ and a 3+. I can't quite get to the ball.
No. Okay.
I'm definitely not getting to the ball now.
Yeah, he's trying to shut down the Claw Mighty Blow.
Mm.
Oh, no, we're not going to go for it with...
Poor choice.
Yeah, I think...
We want to see a touchdown on Willow, because it's the weaker of the two. The weaker of the two, and if we get a second level up on Mr. Shorehand, Mr. Runner, then we will have two easy running, useful runners.
Exactly.
Now we're going to go.
See, the commentators you've got tonight, folks, is we both actually do spread our level ups amongst our entire teams when we can.
What did I miss something in the last game?
No, I mean, but we wouldn't. What I mean is we wouldn't throw a game. If we had to, we have the dedicated ball carriers as well for a reason. But I've watched you throw a ball to like a lineman to score because on elves where it's not so risky. Because that touchdown's going to give him a level up.
Looks like we've got ourselves Beast and Nurgle doing a bad day at the office. This is going to be brutal, because if Andy can score on turn 8, that means Chainsaw only gets 1 use. and then he's going to be up. He's going to be up yet an additional player in the second half. So it's going to be It's going to be pretty tough for Leon to come back from this.
Yeah.
So we want to give ourselves a good claw, mighty blow hit somewhere. And the only way to do that would be some sort of chain push play with the warrior with block tackle and mighty blow, doing some sort of chain push shenanigans on the troll slayer. So I'd probably blitz with this. Yeah, that do the warrior in front.
Yeah.
On the troll slayer. In fact, you can use that to get maybe 2 dice on the ball as well.
From this direction.
No, because you need blitz. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, would whack the troll slayer from that direction, chain push someone out the way to not calculated it yet. See who we can get a 2 dice with, and hopefully fun times gets the removals. But thick skull is a thing.
Yep, that's true. It's hard to knock off the pitch. Yeah, sorry, Lee. You have to make some decisions, man. You're running out of time.
Yeah, you'll see. He'll use the full 3 minutes, and he probably would have used the full 4 minutes if we still had the full 4 minutes as well.
It's dangerous though, because you can end up, you end up rushing things right at the end.
Okay, so my idea would be warrior, troll slayer as we were talking, as I said earlier, chain push the dwarf lineman. I'm assuming it's a lineman, might be a blitzer. Back and left.
So this one.
Yeah, this one back. That one back and left, and that gives you 2 dice with your other warrior against the other lineman, and then bring the other goat in potentially to provide an assist. Provide an assist. Sorry, not back and left. Back, just back.
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing it that way. Does he know he still has his blitz? Okay, he wants to use his blitz on the Troll Slayer. I mean, if it's a removal, it works. And it's not. And he doesn't choose to move afterwards, or maybe couldn't. There's a Troll Slayer through the lines. That doesn't really make a difference. They're not exactly the dodgiest of pieces. I mean, I know you're dwarves, but you still don't want to get in the fight here.
Oh, you're it's precarious because it can go wrong.
I mean, the ball sapper is still about. And until you remove the goat on the right, it's not going. Yeah, there are still problems.
He hasn't created the corridor he normally creates either, so he is getting bogged down here.
It's quite easy to get bogged down when fighting against the Nurgle to do it as well.
Yeah.
But he has got himself 2 dice on the Claw Mighty Blow Goat if he wants it.
Yeah, I think he has to try to get that off the pitch.
That's the biggest threat to this team, and I'm sure he knows that after facing Liam earlier on in the season when Claw destroyed his team, and then after that it was 1-0 in the end, I think, in that particular game.
Okay, gets him down.
Where are we going to go with that? There we go. Off the pitch he goes. Or not. Just a stun. And now we're going to see a classic dwarf cage. maybe actually wouldn't do a cheeky handoff because it's still without disturbing presence on the pitch, but surely it's cage up time.
Yeah. I was trying to see where he's left himself open to be pushed off here.
Yeah, so Leon's gonna get one player back at least. When it comes to reduce the advantage by one. Sorry, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
I mean the ball's safe. We can get the ball. The ball is safe, but it's not going to be a drop. It's not going to be a dropping. No one's going to play like this.
No.
The tactic's probably right because if a drop because Leon is a good coach. But if he's already got 2 removals, it's only good pieces left on the pitch for Leon, so he's going to probably be playing with a bit of delicacy, you would assume.
Okay.
So let's just go for that serve because why not? It's there.
Yeah, do it immediately.
Hell, I'd even blitz, just make it a blitz serve as well to get that goat free and then find somewhere safe for him.
Yeah, all he has to do is keep drawing the cage into the brawl. I mean, the cage is quite in a precarious position anyway.
And he's going to be able to hold up 2 pieces with the Beast of Nurgle. Especially with rolls like that. Ulrin, okay, he's using stand firm. Nice. That means the Nurgle Warrior still would be stuck there at least for one more turn.
Alright, fair enough.
Now, who are we blitzing then, if that's not the blitz?
I think he's probably going to try and blitz off a corner of the cage. He might take the 1 dice coming down here.
Go all the way around. Go all the way around and bring and push the Troll Slayer into the Beast of Nurgle. That's what I'd do.
Yeah.
But we're not doing
We're
that.
not doing that.
Doesn't even need tackle. Tackle and dodge both being wasted skills there.
I get wanting to mark the ball carrier, but the problem is he hasn't got anything he can bring round to support, so that Pestigore is just going to go down next turn.
Yeah.
Whereas he might have been better sort of holding it back midfield around here.
Well, it's target number 1. The target number 1 is now in range and is down on the ground, so... and stunned, so don't worry about it next turn. And the progression's looks like it's gonna stall a little bit this turn. Now he's got the ball to the halfway line. Obviously, he doesn't need to get any more cover, any more ground at the moment. But
no.
Okay, so we've got 1 more 2 dice against that Nurgle Warrior. Let's push him to the right. Let's push him to the right, yeah, because then we can blitz with the Troll Slayer as well. Block with the Troll Slayer.
Yeah.
Dauntless works. It's a push. It does mean that we are going to be stuck on the Beast of Nurgle net though for another turn. And oh dear, oh dear. Good call to take that block. Good call to take that.
Makes sense. I mean, it's kind of good if he could come up here so he's not too close to the side. The closer you can take your drive up the middle, the better. You know, otherwise you just risk all the serfs and you haven't got the room to manoeuvre.
Quick plays go down the side, slow plays go down the middle.
Yeah.
Cheeky 1 dice, because why not, Leon? And it's a KO. Sorry, Leon, Adam. Sorry, Adam, Andy.
Andy.
I forget who's playing. And that leaves us with another 1 dice if we want it against Claw. Because we're gonna get Claw back next turn if we don't go for it. To be fair, isn't Claw on the ground actually?
It is. Oh,
Never mind then.
is it? Yeah, it's there.
Hmm. Well, do we take the one? Do we take the 1 dice against the other Nurgle Warrior? We may as well. It's only a 2+, and we've got a reroll we can use. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Why not? Why not? Sacrifice a cage corner for re-rolling that. Surely, nah. Apparently not.
No.
Am I over scared of Claw? No, I'm not.
No.
We are
Yeah.
going. Yeah. What's going to happen? What are we going to see with Jeremy Leon?
When there's only one on the field, I know like Angry Joe's got a big reputation for that, but he is only one, and so, you know, it does that's a bit more manageable. You know,
Hmm.
but either they're gonna that one is gonna wipe out half your team, or it's gonna do nothing. It's when they start getting 2 or 3 that really becomes a problem.
Okay, so we're going to be able to free up. We're going to try and free up the Beast of Nurgle so we can put it in a more optimum position.
Yeah.
I don't know what is going to be considered a more optimum position, but we'll find it nevertheless.
Oh.
After. Okay. I think I found that more optimum position.
Yeah, take the push him. That's it.
How much movement has Beast of Nurgle got? 4? Yeah, the Beast of Nurgle can get right in there.
Yeah.
How many players is holding up? 4. Never mind. Guess we're not doing that.
Not gonna happen. I mean, if he really feels adventurous, he could go for a blitz and try it. But
I still want to blitz with the Claw Mighty Blow.
yeah, definitely. No, I was the other dude. Don't take that blitz.
Yeah. That goat needs to stay there on the edge because that goat on the edge is stopping any sort of push down the side. So moving him over there seems like a bad idea. Do we get another removal? We get something.
Yeah,
we get a removal. That counts. And that means the runner that we want to level up this game is now going to get a 2 dice. Yeah, it's a shame it's only pushes, but it's still 2 dices. Following up is a bold strategy that may come back to bite him because we can get a surf off on that.
Yes. It's just going to depend whether Andy sees it. He's usually pretty good at spotting that sort of thing. So.
And the Beast of Nurgle. And if we can get that warrior off the pitch, and if we can get the Claw Mighty Blow moved, we can get ourselves some serious traction in the next 2 turns. So the player numbers are a bit more even now, aren't they? How many players are off the pitch?
So for the
Each team.
dwarves, it's 2, and for Nurgle, 3.
It's 3. Okay, so it's a bit more even now. Is there enough players on the pitch for the dwarves to do that?
I think so. I think
So
maybe take a few of the hits here, but I think he could. It's very risky moving the cage there, I suppose.
I don't think so. He's got funny enough, he's got a bit of speed compared to everyone apart from those goats. And so if he can
He could cage up there. You'd have to use this troll slayer to do it. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. Okay.
Dauntless works. Dauntless wasn't required. Let's push him middle. Because that gives us another 2 dice. Not quite a surf, but it's a warrior down on the ground, and if we've got any more movement, have we got any more movement?
He hasn't used his reroll though. I mean, I would risk moving
That seems like a
one.
reason which you could go for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if we move the runner to help screen off, this ball is looking pretty solid.
Okay, we better move some back up there.
Yeah, we've got people for backup. We can move that runner into a resort position to make it a 4+ dodge in, or a long runaway round.
Yeah.
We don't have 2 dice against any of those Nurgle warriors in the middle, do we?
Potentially with the Troll Slayer, with the 2 guard there, he can get
But
1, but very risky, of course, if he only gets
yeah.
the push. But that's, I think, the only.
Yeah, no. Everything else is dice is a dice uphill.
Okay, he's gonna go. All right, worked out.
We'll go with it anyway, and let's hurt someone. Do we make the 1 dice?
Yeah, I think that's a
Apparently
bit.
we do. No, it makes sense.
I guess it's
Remember,
not. Yeah, if he'd gone
would you
down.
make a 2+? Would you make a 2+ dodge with an elf? Yes, you would. Obviously, try not to make the 2+ dodge, but you would still try to make the 2+ dodge. You know?
I still would tend to roll a 1.
Yeah. Okay. So can that goat get around there?
It'd have
1,
to-
2, 1, 2, 3 with a 3+. Okay, so 2 3+s and a 2+, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or a 3+ and 2 2+s. Well, I know which one to take. I'd take. But of course, there's no one to do a pickup afterwards.
Yeah, he wants to. He does need to at least swing around and threaten it, maybe even force an earlier score if he can't, in lieu of getting control of the ball. Oh, that'll help.
Who cares? Just a stun. But the Beast of Nurgle can move, so can we base someone more important? Because piling on is now off the pitch, and that's quite useful.
2, 3, 4.
No, you don't want to. You don't want to bring the Beast of Nurgle further away from the ball. You've got to bring the Beast of Nurgle close to the ball.
3. I mean, yeah, he can just. Yeah, don't mark anything.
Now we're not going for the ball carrier, it seems. Then,
Oh,
especially with rolls like that.
he loners it. Wouldn't have mattered.
Uh,
Double 1.
hmm.
So I'll go for. I imagine he's going to go for the stall, obviously. Although the sort of injuries he's done, I might be tempted to go for. I know the dwarves are not very fast, are they? That would give him 3 turns to get the ball back and score. No, it's not worth it.
Let's think. How much freedom have we got? We've got to keep someone guarding that Nurgle warrior, or it gets far enough away that it can't do anything. That shouldn't be that hard. So I'd probably move the ball towards the middle of the pitch.
Sort of there. Oh.
And that I definitely would not have done that. Now the ball, we can easily just move the ball down. There's no one can reach the ball if we look at the closest goat.
Oh no, he goes in for. He was feeling threatened.
It's a mistake I normally make, scoring too quickly. I always, so I think that not checking where that goat's how close the goat could get.
Yes, but
Could have been.
In fairness to you, you tend to do it with teams like Wood Elves, and you don't. And even Bretonians seem to sort of half favour doing this. The problem is well, I'll have to see what the KO situation is. So the Nurgle are still 4 players down. Alright, all the dwarves KOs have come
Mm.
back. It's not a total disaster.
I disagree with your assessment of my Bretonian play. I think I score from further back, if you know what I mean.
Oh, sorry, I was just being... Because you say that you tend to do it, and I was like, yeah, but the teams you tend to do it with is more the point.
Mm.
You don't.
I think it was last season with Rebel. I managed to stall out against a killer Nurgle team for 8 turns, and it was very difficult.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, getting a touchdown in... I've seen people mess up getting the touchdown because they're trying to stall when they really should have scored,
Mm. Well, right. So we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So
We're 8 players? Oh, I'm miscounting. 9 players. 10 players.
he's got 3 turns with the chainsaw. He doesn't really...
Hold on.
You don't want it
Hold
on
on.
the line of scrummage.
He's got 10. Hold on. So he's hired a lineman. He must have hired a lineman, surely.
Yeah, unless he bought one. Wow.
Yes, he's hired a lineman. Cheeky sod. Callum
That's
Callum and the
why he couldn't afford the wizard. I thought he was. I was what was he talking? Of course, Yeah, no, he's hired another one. I know it probably means that the chainsaw would go off next turn, but I would be tempted to target one of the troll slayers with it. Personally,
I would do it in a smart way though. I would put the chainsaw behind those 3 warriors.
yeah.
Warrior in the middle punches the guy ahead of him. Warrior on the right ends up punching the Longbeard over there, and then the chainsaw comes in.
Yeah. But he's not. He'll leave it on the line of scrimmage. Which is fine if it works. It's just, better odds against AV8, obviously, than you do against AV9. Come on, you don't get any prizes for how long it takes you to set up.
Yeah.
We don't think you're any cleverer than you actually are. Sorry.
I'm going to use this opportunity for a refill.
No worries. Alright, so... I mean, the chances of him getting down there... I know Callum's not with me, but the chances of getting something down... I mean, he could have set up to potato 2 of them down. Okay. Kickoff event could have been better for Leon. Looking for the return touchdown. I don't think he's going to bother, actually. I think he's just going to try and take out as many dwarves as he can to even the numbers up. But yeah, don't use the chainsaw first. Bang.
Alright.
It's alright, nice weather kickoff event. Just some hits, basically, not much.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anything exciting's happened just yet. Zarkin has been stunned. Who cares? That's nothing. Right, so we need to get that ball. We can get it on our rookie goat.
Yeah.
And then do the chainsaw play. Or are we going to chainsaw first? Surely not.
No, because of all the guard, it's not worth doing a foul. Doesn't matter what you choose if the dwarf's not going anywhere. Oh, he doesn't have... Oh, wrestle, of course. Yeah. Okay. depends. I mean, he could now hit this one away.
Let's see what the chainsaw does.
Yeah, you only. Well, if he hits this one away, he could get a foul here with 2 assists. Would give him better odds of actually breaking through the armor. But of course, really stupid loners and all of that might. You'd have to weigh it up.
We're living dangerously here.
That's right.
If we can score in this drive, then Leon's got himself a good chance of a potential victory. It looks like he is. Is he going for your play? It looks like he might be.
Yeah, and even oh no, he stumbled. So yeah, he'll go down if he follows up with.
Mighty blow, thick skull does a thing. Hooray! Right, so that is
But he wants
3, 4, 5 assists on a long beard with guard and stand firm. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's worth it.
Let's roll a 1.
No,
Oh, yeah, there's the one. There's the one. We failed to break armor.
that's right.
Chainsaw is useless. It really is. Until it plays me, because bad tactics always work against me.
They are a little bit all or nothing. Yeah, no.
I was a bit. I'm going to be a bit. I'll talk about my game for a second. I hope you don't mind.
No, that's fine.
So I did realise, I was thinking, oh gosh, I did play that well. I deserved this win. But then I looked at my armour. 40% armour. Oof.
Yeah, you took out 3 of your players one after another in the first turn.
Yeah,
I mean,
40% armour. I was like, oh my god, that was I'm expecting. Yeah, he played well, but my armour was awful.
I mean, the commentary on that was completely opposite to you were playing badly. It was you're playing well considering what you're left with, you know?
No, I don't think I played bad. I just didn't play good enough.
It's yeah, it's very difficult for Leon here, I think, to get in the second touchdown. I think if he was gonna go for it full on, it would have been hugely risky. I guess he's kind of waiting to see what removers he's got, but if he's gonna do it, he has to move forward. I think he needs to be movement 6.
I mean, if I was the dwarf team, I'd just set up all your players in the middle, like your classic smiley face defense, and say, "Go on, hit me again, hit me again." And then you've got yourself it's going to be very difficult for Leon to get a cage and the ball far enough forward.
Yeah, it really, really is. I mean, in theory, in 2 turns, he can score from the line of scrimmage to go for it each.
It's not going to happen, though.
No, realistically, for movement 6, you need to be about here when you've got 2 turns left.
Okay. If we put all our barrels on the side, we should punch through the center. Now, I don't like this. I think Leon's got an opportunity. I think we can get ourselves into the center. Because if we can get one of those back rotters, how far does the back rotters move? Actually, we can't really tell at the moment. You can move 5 spaces, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we could theoretically, assuming go for its work, form a cage behind all of those dwarves.
Yes.
If we get like 2 knockdowns.
That's going to be key. So there's knockdown 1.
Stand firm. That's okay.
But he can move the chainsaw out of the way. Or maybe it's strength 4. He could use it as part of the cage.
I'd be considering using part of the cage, and that basically decides that we do have a cage. Yeah, the chainsaw has to be part of the cage now.
Yeah.
So Beast of Nurgle. Actually, no. Beast of Nurgle should probably be part of the cage. One of the Nurgle warriors on the right hand side has to whack down the movement guy. And then we just got to hope that really stupid works. And then we've got ourselves a potential cage.
Yeah. I think he won't. Yeah, do it now, because then he knows.
Nice. Oh, okay. We're being really ambitious here. Where do we put the chainsaw? I think we put the chainsaw.
Potentially just marking that one.
No, I'd keep the chainsaw on the right, right there where your cursor is.
Oh,
Right there. No, one square to the left.
yeah.
And then have the warrior. Actually, no. The rotter has to go there because the rotter can't be another corner of the cage. So the rotter has to go there. I mean, it looks like we're gonna like half screen it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you more that the caging up would have probably been safer. But I
So we've
think
got to
he
bring.
can do it.
We've got to bring Max down into the left. We've got to bring the rotter down into the right. We've got to bring the Pestigore in the middle of all of that. We've got the other Pestigore that's currently down on the ground that's got to get some move in to help out as well. It's just, will Leon be able to notice that? Because if we switch view, it's a bit harder to see that from Leon's angle. Harder to see that from Leon's angle.
So I
If
had
you
to
see what I
quickly
mean.
switch it for you.
But yeah, it looks like he has noticed it.
Yeah.
There'll probably be one square further to the left, but yeah, the rotter's got to come through. The rotter can come through, and then we've got the chainsaw. It's gonna Max has to go make 2 squares to the left of the goat.
I have a sneaking suspicion this Longbeard's going to get chainsawed. Fouled.
You might be right there. I think Leon has to get at least that rotter through though first.
Yes, yeah.
Because at the moment there's an easy 1 dice on the ball with the Troll Slayer.
No, okay. Interesting.
That's the much sensible play.
Yeah.
Rotter comes through. Yeah, that ball quite safe. It's not very safe, but we'll go with quite.
Ooh.
It's a little bit better, but he does need to get that Pestigore to succeed and go for it.
Oh, I don't know if I would have used my last 3 roll on that.
Oh, I definitely would have. That ball was getting sacked otherwise.
Yeah, it's difficult. Yeah, that's true as well. But does he have to rely on? Oh, he doesn't actually have to rely on go for it to score though. Okay.
I mean, the reason Leon had that play was because Andy pushed all his players to the wings, allowing Leon to go through the middle.
Yeah.
And now all of his players are the wrong side of the game, and Leon, other than that Troll Slayer on the left hand side, there is no one that stands a chance of stopping this play.
No, it's an impressive comeback.
And that's what he said. You should have stalled out for a turn.
Yeah. If you can stall.
Yeah. I think there was a possibility. There definitely was a possibility. That would be on the end of turn 6.
Wood Elves and Skaven are different. You know, you're often trying to get as many touchdowns as you can before half your team's out. But from nearly every other team, you know, he could have at least have stalled that for 1 more turn, potentially 2.
I'm just putting noting some things down to point out to Andy later on. But we're getting rid of Max. How much more movement has that Troll Slayer got?
He can do, yeah, we'll go for
There
it.
we go. So we're going to have to blitz it off.
Oh, yeah, no. no block, no re-rolls.
Yeah, you have to blitz it off because the blitz off player is better odds.
It is. Well, goes for the dwarven
Now,
elf play.
where are we putting that that lineman? Sorry, that runner.
Yeah, I thought either the
Okay.
something like that.
Now, my play from this position, assuming that no one else comes into it, Claw Mighty Blow blitzes the Troll Slayer, pushes enough,
Yeah.
and then the other rotter pushes the other one. Pushes the other one.
Yeah.
Move the ball as far to the right, leaving it one square in, of course, so you don't get surfed off the pitch potentially. Or go into the edge of the pitch if no one can reach, because you might get 2 knockdowns. And then hopefully chainsaw.
That's right. We just have to see if he's seen it. Right.
I reckon what Leon, if Leon's either going to notice the play, or he's just going to go for a 3+ dodge play, because that's the only other option. He's going the wrong way. Is he going the right way? He's gone the right way.
Yep.
He's got a push, which is good enough. Do we follow up? No, I don't think we do. No, I don't think we do follow up.
No.
Because that goat and the rotter can potentially make a wall.
But he does.
But apparently, but he does. Gets the POW, so we don't even need to worry about that wall. Because how far can that Troll Slayer move?
Oh, the Troll Slayer.
Nowhere near.
Nowhere near. So yeah.
Just get that right there.
Right there.
Right there.
Well,
Not there.
oh,
Not there.
well.
Not there. There's a chance. So we stand the chainsaw up. Hell, might even try. Is there anyone down the ground that you can reach? No. Stand the chainsaw up and then go for some sort of hit with the Beast of Nurgle.
Possibly that one. Just if you hit that one, then you get the 2 dice.
Hit that one.
That one.
Don't follow that. Don't follow up, of course. There we are. That's the last of the reasonable blocks. Though to be fair, none of these people can influence the touchdown, so they may as well make 1 die blocks.
Yeah.
In which there is 2 available. What about the movement up piece? How come? Let's see that movement up blitzer.
No.
Okay, never mind.
Which will make.
That's another 2 dice available.
2 dice, so.
Efficient hit funding by the end of Neon's play here. And now there is a 4+ Troll Slayer dodge, and then there's another 4+ Troll Slayer dodge, and then maybe good spot.
Yeah, he can hit him from here. I don't know if I would bother with, but yeah, he hasn't got block.
Yeah, don't bother the Troll Slayer.
You've got a re-roll. I'd obviously get some other hits in if you want to, but.
If that's a 3+, then a 2+, then a 2+, with a reroll. I like those odds.
Yeah.
Let's calculate. I'm going to quickly go in my Blood Bowl calculator and work that out. 3+, 2+, 2+, with a 1 dice at the end of it, looking for 50% of the options. That is a 50% chance of working. So it's a 50% chance of a 1-0 at half time.
He fails the dodge. Yeah, no. Leon got
that. Was the hardest part. That was the hardest part. That first dodge. And get the extra yardage in, Leon, and make it 1-1 at half time.
Yeah, I mean,
or not.
I kind of agree with Leon on this. I mean, 2 dice skulls are not impossible. But you haven't got a re-roll and you need the touchdown. I always say
Absolutely.
just take it. You know, not I have,
Consider that. Consider it's the start of your turn. You've got a score, and the next 4 dice are skulls.
yeah, you know,
Just consider that.
and I mean, I've seen it work well where they get the hits in before they do it, but I've also seen it go very wrong. But it's not having the re-roll in that instance.
Yeah, if there was a reroll, I would consider it.
Yeah, definitely.
So Nurgle are down players, and they're going to be. It's going to be quite a significant player disadvantage now. So we got 11 We got 11 dwarves versus 9 Nurgle. So we really need the claw mighty blow to do something fast, don't we?
Yep, and he needs good. I mean, with good positioning on the Beast of Nurgle, he can kind of make up the numbers a bit by tying up some plays as well.
As long as none of those players have Dauntless.
Exactly. If he could do something similar again, I would be somewhat I wouldn't be too risky, but I'd be somewhat tempted to.
If we can score
Try
in
and
6
move it.
turns, we've got this. If we can score in 5 turns, we've probably got this.
Yeah. And if he takes out enough dwarfs and he can properly stall it out, then great. But oh, sorry, there's actually a stadium here. Plus, when the Arwen surfed off, this will be Andy's stadium, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not coming to effect just yet.
No.
I mean, giving the stadium mighty blow is always a good idea.
That's right.
All right, perfect defense. That's good for the dwarves, obviously. Who would have thought with all the dwarves on there? I'd push the left side up, keep the right side where it is. Maybe tuck it in a little bit, but not much.
Yeah.
No, we're just going to push it up. Okay, fine. These are dwarves, not elves.
It's a good kick for the dwarves. If don't forget it, he caught it on the bounce, so irrelevant.
That's not a player you want to have the ball, though.
No, that's true.
Like you want it on the rookie. You want it on the rookie lineman, because if we're going to run four pestigores, we may as well use it.
Yeah.
So we're going to get that ball caged up, or at least safe-ish. If push down the line from, we got 2 dice all the way down the line because of the good positioning of guard.
Yeah, I think. Well, at least he's not hitting with the beast straight off the bat.
Sensible choice. But we do need to get a bit of stand firm off, because otherwise that ball could become exposed. I haven't seen no pals in 6. That's unfortunate. Are we going to see no pals in 8? No
Yep.
pals in 8.
Lots of pushes.
Let's roll a 6 on the Beast of Nurgle, followed by a 1 and a 2. Yeah, that's fair enough. Let's the Troll Slayer Mighty Blow first. Hey, there's a pal. Let's not follow that one up. That seems like a bad idea. And let's go back
Yeah, no,
and keep that
definitely.
cage corner safe.
Yeah, definitely not follow up, but yeah, then I think he definitely.
You need to go back and make a corner.
Oh, okay,
That's good enough.
and bring the rotter in. That's it.
No, Now, if we can punch the middle guy doesn't stand firm, does he? Those 3 on the line. The beast. Yeah, we get okay. There we are. We've got four dwarves being held up by the beast of Nurgle.
Yeah.
So the beast of Nurgle is going to hit the floor this turn, unless we're going to see constant 6s now. Constant. There's a stream of 6s for the next 12 or 13 dice.
But yeah, the beast has got his own stand firm. So the only problem is, of course, no block, and yeah, he's probably going to hit the floor like in the first.
Oh look, there's a 6. Straight away. I'm surprised he decided not to use stand firm, but doesn't matter. That place has got niggle, hasn't it? Yeah. And let's add a niggle to that niggle, and that one is an actual niggle because you saw the animation, therefore regen failed.
Oh, okay.
Unless you've got all animations on.
No, I don't.
Hmm.
Oh, so that animation doesn't play if they regen.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. There you go. So that's 2 niggles on him. That's a sacking.
Is it? Is it?
Well, if he goes down, the problem is if he keeps going down. Oh, I guess you got to break armor as well. I'd sack him on 2, but
if his next opponent is someone like you or the claws, which he's not playing the claws because he's already lost to the claws, as most of the league. I would, but I would sack him, but I don't know. Who's his next few games? Let's quickly check that. So he's playing. Where is he? Frog Stomp. So.
well, I'll be missing next game anyway. So
I mean, to be fair, I kind of would like a new Beast of Nurgle against Frog Stomp if I was Leon. And then the Moore's Mouth falls again, and the Beast of Nurgle could have its use there. And then finally, where is he? I can't find him in the runway. He's playing the Goonies.
I mean, yeah, might as well keep him around until you can afford to replace him, I guess.
You know, if I can afford to replace him now, I would.
Yeah.
I think, considering his next few opponents, Beast of Nurgle, having the Beast of Nurgle hold some pieces up could be handy. Position looks dangerous.
It hasn't rolled anything special on it as well, you know. There's no doubles, no stat up, no strength up. I don't care about the other stat ups, but
Oh no, I'd definitely take a movement up on a Beast of Nurgle, or even an armor up. Actually, considering.
that's well on this beast. No, yeah.
But no, on a standard Beast of Nurgle, let's say I've got myself stand firm guard. Obviously, I already have tentacles. I would consider the extra armor because obviously that piece is going to get punched a lot.
That's right.
And let's just make it harder to get removed. It's not like a War Dancer where, okay, this extra movement can make me run away more. It's a Beast of Nurgle. You're not going to... If someone wants to hurt that Beast of Nurgle, they can really go for that Beast of Nurgle.
Well, it's like you say, his primary function puts him in the firing line, you know.
Mm. I might have... Yeah, I think I found that Beast of Nurgle off the pitch once. So I'm just trying to remember my game against him. It was quite a while back. And it was right after my loss against Liam, so I was not really... I was just thinking, oh gosh, I'm going to have a bad season.
Well, you didn't do your usual you didn't lose like your first 3 games and win to get like 2 to get through to you just lost the first one, so...
I didn't do my usual thing of waiting to the final week before securing my place.
That's Nuffle just messing with you.
Speaking of Nuffle messing with us, he keeps giving us animations and then just rolls a stun. Here you are. Trust they get stunned. Claw Mighty Tickle.
Oh, I don't know if I'd bothered with the 2 dice uphill.
Certainly would not have done that. Oh.
Maybe it was a misclick, but
Yeah. Maybe it's desperation.
or desperation. But I don't. It depends what Andy does this turn. I mean, he's got a slight chance of, because there's a weak sort of joint here. If he can break through here, but he's not going to be completely safe. I don't think there's anywhere he can go where he'll be completely safe.
No, I don't think so. Apart from maybe just keep going backwards.
But I mean, even if he gets it down here, and even if he can't keep the dwarves off the ball carrier, at least the ball will be down here, and they, you know, that's how Matt scored his infamous victory against this team. Like, he really should have lost that match, most people's estimations. But if you can get the ball far enough away and
You can throw
recover
it.
yeah, recover it quickly enough, you can still get your touchdown in.
3 tackle zones on the ball now. Oof.
Yeah, that's things like that though are going to make that kind of difficult to do. He needed some of these dice to fail. Yeah, take them both down. Yeah, that's it. It's just what he needed to do was shore that up there.
I think the ball's gone next turn.
Yeah.
One, two, three, 4 tackle zones around the ball. The only way to go is back and right, and there is dwarves there to go and chase it if need be.
Well, you could just try and run around the pitch, but I don't think they're fast enough for that, even against dwarves.
Where are we going to go then? What's the plan? Is the plan just cry?
So yeah, I mean, he's gone that way. It makes sense.
So we now have a 3+ out. And it looks like we are going to have to go down the right side of the pitch and hope that foul appearance actually makes it does something, because I don't think it's been rolled once yet.
Nope.
Do we do the claw might blow block first?
Oh.
Because if we can free that up as well, that'd be useful.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's just.
Okay, we're going to try and chain push and fail. And potentially get caught out by stand firm there.
Yeah. I maybe would have chain pushed it out that way. I don't know.
I assumed that was what his plan was,
Yeah.
but apparently not. So we still have to run away. Otherwise, we are getting hurt next turn.
I mean, he has made the left side looks more viable now if he can get it to there, or even there.
Yeah, actually, that's a good spot.
He's got to do the dodge roll first, though.
Yeah, he's got to burn his has to burn his second reroll if he wants to do it.
Yep.
But
Oh, he does it. There's fine.
What's going to happen now? We're going to see. Um, the dwarves are quite out of position, but the ball is far enough back that they can reposition.
Yes, definitely. So
Keep those to keep the two runners back as safety dwarves because you may as well. Roll tickle ball in the middle by the looks of things.
you'd be okay if you needed the assist to maybe move that one here, but you're generally no, don't keep the other one hovering. Yeah. But yeah, don't start wanting them. Oh, foul appearance. There you go.
Hey, finally! I mean, if Leon plays this right, I can't see a win here. But if he can keep the ball away from the dwarves long enough, I can see a draw.
Yes. Well, if he gets it, he might see. You could still have an opportunity to score.
These dwarves have pretended to be elves before, though, and it has worked, as Willem will attest to.
That's right. You might get a couple of KOs or something, though, that makes it a bit more viable.
Okay, that dwarf is going to be free next turn.
Yeah, or not.
Yeah, it's free next turn. It's free. It's happy. I'm really smug about that one.
I'd still be tempted to just run the ball straight down. Or maybe even throw it so it's like right down the end here.
Well, punt play and just punt of desperation.
Yeah, just go play for the draw. I mean, the problem is, it's like you said, the dwarves can pull out surprising plays. So
any team can roll sixes. Why do that? We had 2 dice. Now we're gonna have okay. We're gonna go for another 1 dice. Oh, why not?
Okay, I didn't spot that either. That's fair. Pro fails.
Pro fails. Yep, that's reasonable use of pro. Okay, now where are we going now, Leon? No,
you could blitz through it.
Dauntless works. Check. Let's go for a push. I kind of would have liked to keep the other one over there, though. Look at how many dwarves are out of position, though.
Yeah.
There is a, what is it? There's a 1, 2, 3. There's a 4 to 4 player count on the left hand side of the pitch. It's ridiculous.
And he's burnt his reroll.
Well, I'd punch Stanford piling on Mighty Blow.
Yeah.
Hopefully get him down, and then that gives us. Okay, we're going to go that way. That'll do. That'll do. But where are you going?
Yeah, you
Where
put him
going,
that
man?
way. You may have put him in your way. Oh no, I guess you could still run it down here if you really wanted to. You haven't got re-rolls, so that's as far as you're going to go. And then you could hit.
Block with the Rotter and then blitz with the Pestigore.
Yeah.
Please stand up all your other pieces first, Leon.
Yeah, it's going to be another hit on the ball carrier. Unless, does he risk the dodge out here, or does he just hit this one?
Go for a blitz play, why not?
Oh, he's blitzed with the ball, him already.
Oh, yeah, okay, never mind. All right, well, that's the best you can get.
Yeah.
But, okay. We can get 1 dice on the ball quite easily here.
If he...
And that's foul appearance works again.
that's really what he needs. So he knocks him down and out. And then get an assist. I just put the assist there, to be honest. Not him, because you want him to go.
It doesn't really matter who
3,
provides the assist.
4. Well, that's only because he can actually get there to assist on the ball carrier.
Okay, so
Move him to assist there, and then you can use this one to.
yeah, that runner.
He hasn't used his reroll yet. He could risk going there. He's not going to though, because then you could blitz him in that direction. But it doesn't matter.
Yeah, punch in the middle. Punch from the middle. Go left, obviously, because you can only go left, and hope the ball bounces loose.
Like there.
That
Or
would be
even
perfect.
there would be perfect. There would be good.
Though anywhere towards the touchdown line would be better.
I know he's going to go.
What's the idea here? What is the idea here? I have no idea what your idea is.
Strange decision. Mind you, I know I say it every match I do, but it's easier when the commentating, isn't it? Just go, I wouldn't have done that. Yeah, it's like if you were feeling the pressure, you might do.
So I'm trying to think. So what would be where is the ball benefit? Is there okay? I think I know what he's going for. The idea being there is more spaces the ball could bounce to, which would be in dwarf tackle zones, which means his intent was not to pick the ball up this turn.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes some sense.
Just trying to work out what he was doing there. Again, any team can roll a 6. And Nurgle can have big hand. They don't, but they can.
I think at this point he just needs to see if he can play for the tie, and even that is going to be difficult. Yeah, I mean, Leon is a good coach, but I have noticed the two teams we've seen struggle in this league is Nurgle and Lizards.
Nurgle have a legitimate problem, though. Nurgle's struggles are legitimate, but because they only get good at really high TV, and until recently, we didn't really have high TV teams in the league.
Yeah, well, they're not as high as they were, but consistently high as they are now. With the Lizards, it's just basically if you keep losing your Sauruses, it's a nightmare. You're buggered,
I mean, you do tend to lose your Saurus if you pick bad skills.
We've had 5 Lizard teams. I got to the semis once with them. I think somebody else did as well. Ken may have done. Ken or Leon did.
Back in the old days, before we recorded all this information.
That's right.
It is now anecdotal memories. Okay, so there is. Can we get all tackle zones off the ball? Surely we can. Yes, very easily.
Oh, okay. Hang on. While using some clever push plays.
No change push is required.
Okay.
Guard grab moves 1 square to the left, and then that gives you 2 dice against that one. That gives you 2 dice against the first warrior.
Oh, you mean can the dwarves move them off? Yeah. Sorry, I thought. Fine. Yeah. I thought you were talking about.
Well, it's not. It's not Nurgle's turn.
No, that's all right.
So we've got an easy one there. Then we got another one. We get the Pestigore off, and then follow up.
I lost track a bit because
Stand. It depends. Are we going to try and pick the ball up with Willow, who's currently on the ground? Because if we are, we don't provide the assist with him. It looks like that is the plan. I wouldn't have followed up
No.
because assuming you do get the knockdown on the goat, the other goat, you do have access to the ball one square quicker. And now it's just locking everyone else up and then picking the ball up. And then we go, well, no, go, the contest is over. And then it inevitably is not over.
That's right.
How far can runners move? Is it 5 or 6?
6.
Okay. Well, yeah. Here we are. Let's pick the ball up. Or not.
Or
Okay.
Oh no, he's going to go for it with. We'll have to tell
Surely
him.
he's got nothing. Oh, we have. That's disgraceful.
It is. That's just like it would have put him 1 star player point away.
Hmm. How close is the other one from a level up? Okay. Maybe we're going for that's bad. That's bad. That's bad. The goat's got a chance. The goat's got a chance now.
Yeah.
It's not a good chance, but it's a chance. And generally, when you have to roll certain dice, then you end up rolling them.
Be interesting. Does he? I just stand them up, and then just whack him with him. I wouldn't worry about. I'll do this first and see if I want to dodge around or anything like that. Just stand them up.
Yeah. Stand them up. Claw Mighty Blow comes in.
Or not.
Tilt! But it works. Who cares?
Yeah, gets the power.
Straight back. No, to the right.
I was only thinking there because then the ball bounces not in any tackle zones and he can potentially pick it up.
Now.
Oh, okay, now it's there as well.
Let's count this. What is the odds? Oh dear. What are the odds of? Okay, well, listen, haven't got a score. We've got a score with Willow. I'll be honest. I feel Andy could have played better this game.
You think he played better or could have played better? Sorry.
Could have played better.
Yeah, he could have played a bit better. Yeah, definitely.
He gave Leon too much of a chance.
I know he still played.
He's still got to get the win here, but it could have been simpler.
Yeah.
I say he could get the win. He probably fails to win 1 in 81 of these games. I've been knocked out.
Only in that first turn that he allowed himself to get bogged down and with no clear passage through.
No, that seemed fine. It was scoring on turn 5 instead of trying to delay for one more turn because I reckoned he could have.
Yeah. Potentially 2, depending on dice and stuff, you know.
So it's a 4+ for 2 dice on the ball, I believe.
Yep.
And that is the only play. So we may as well try with the Troll Slayer. Because the Troll Slayer has a 3+ to make it harder. Well, 2. Yeah. 2+, 3+ to make it harder.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And now there is no play. So go for your heart's content with the Troll Slayer. No.
He could go for the 1 dice on there, but
So that's a 4+, 5+ for the knockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be. It's not quite contest over yet, but one bad dodge away from contest over.
That's right. And here we comes. No, got to get 6.
And it was prop.
I'd go for that one. To take the 3+. There you
Yeah,
go.
you may as well.
And then all the way. Maybe even. I know.
It's got to be there.
Yeah.
Desperate times. I mean, it doesn't matter. Trial Slayer's got a simple frenzy play. Can we score this turn? We can, can't we?
Yes.
Yeah. So probably. How fast that go? The ghost also got 6, haven't it?
Yeah.
So I would move the Troll Slayer that's on the ground currently to provide an assist on punching down the Nurgle Warrior. And then punch down the Nurgle Warrior, of course.
I think he might be going for the blitz that way. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, this is.
No. As long as we can keep this ball safe, we can just guarantee no chance. We can guarantee no chance here. I mean, we've even got a reroll. If we succeed, go for it. Oh no. Okay. We just gonna score?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got in.
So I'm
Now,
desperate for the toilet, Callum. So I'm just going to do that and get a drink and all that. I know Andy said he'd come on after the game, but sorry, yeah, I'm desperate.
no, it's still our turn. So we've got a potential riot, because it's the only thing that can stop this game from being over. I don't think there's a chance back for Leon any other ways. But he's got a lot of players back. So we're thinking that's 7 players on the pitch, maybe 8. 8 players on the pitch, which isn't good odds. Even with the riot, it's going to be difficult. Yeah, no beast Nurgle. We're going to go for a part. It's desperation play. Pretend you're an elf. I can't see that way. If we're Leon to get away with it. In these sort of situations, Nuffle ends up being cruel, so it's going to be a blitz. That is my prediction. And I'll see if I'm proven right. Oh my word, Leon finished his setup quickly. Oh look, a blitz. I feel very smug. What did I say? Huh? What did I say? So, okay, let's hurt Claw Mighty Blow. And leave it at that, I think. Now we can say the contest is over because there is no chance for Leon to get back in this. And I would probably just move everyone that isn't important, everyone who I can back, because why bother?
I'm back.
Hi back. I'm Callum. I am. I said so. Consider it. I said what Leon needs is a riot. Otherwise, there is no chance he's going to get the win here. No, he's going to get a draw here. And I said, but Nuffle normally is very cruel in these cases, so we're going to see a blitz. And what did we see? We saw a blitz. I've seen this one too many. I've seen this one too many times.
Luckily, well, I know it doesn't make much difference to Leon, but the draws can't really capitalise on blitzes.
It wasn't really a matter of capitalising. It was it's a blitz and not a riot. And Leon doesn't get to hit someone with claw bitey blow because it got stunned. We should check the armors after this game because I feel like they might have had a little thing something to do with it.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Look at this. Just crazy.
That's just it. It was most of it. Half of the damage was done on the first turn.
I can get an unlikely 2, 3, 4.
Get an anti-pass in. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah, that makes it more likely.
That's going to be a 4+ catch. Regardless, it's going to be 4.
Disturbing presence.
No way you can stop from being a 4+ catch. Though, if we move, we can make it a 3+ throw. If we move up and to the left a little bit. No, it's going to be 4+4+.
Yep.
With a reroll. Oh, it was a bit more than that, but he rolled the 6 in the past. Oh, there's more disturbing presence than I realised. Okay. May have forgotten about all that. Right. Okay, ball possession, pretty even. But yeah, it's where the ball is that matters, and as you can see, it's been in Leon's half a lot more.
Oh, we want the dice rolls, don't we? Yeah, you have to.
Go to dice rolls. So foul appearance work. What is that? What is that? Look at that foul appearance. Oh my word. Alright. And Leon. Well, I didn't have as much as we thought. After that first turn, the army's kit just leveled out.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's more when it did break. 7 injury rolls succeeded, you know.
Well, no, that's 7. Yeah, that's 7 players that were not stunned.
See, that should be labelled casualty, I think, because it's. But anyway, whatever. I know. Is that? Yeah. I don't know.
7 players removed, so that's knockouts and injuries.
Yeah.
And let's have a look at Andy's knockout and injuries. So 13 attempts. Okay, apparently it is casualty. Okay, my mistake, because he definitely got players knocked out. Well done, Andy.
Hey guys, how you doing?
All right.
Pretty good. That was a solid performance from you after that first turn.
Yeah, advantage in the first turn, and it just kind of snowballed all the way from there.
I did know a couple of hiccups that you had around.
A couple of mistakes. Yeah. Sure.
I felt like you could have delayed a turn in your first drive, and
yeah, we were chatting about that. I just got a bit nervy. I think one more turn would have made a difference, but just getting a bit nervy.
And also playing wide afterwards allowed Leon to get the equaliser before half time.
Yeah, fair.
But other than that, that was great. That was a solid performance.
No, it was good fun.
You saw some things that we didn't see because we were looking at. I think just before your first attempt at the ball sap in the second half. I saw we saw 3 Nurgle players holding up half your team, more than half your team,
Yeah.
and there was a 4-4 on the left-hand side from your perspective.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
It was like that's very silly, but you still managed to get the ball, and I was like, okay, you've seen some things that we had in the commentary booth. It was pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah.
It puts you.
Right. That's always been a bit of a bogey team for me, so I'm pleased with that one.
Yeah, it's put you above the Necro for now.
For now, yeah.
Yeah, so obviously there was some room for improvement, but we'll see that. I'm sure, but I'm sure the pressure of playing Nurgle made it a bit more of a challenge for you. Leon,
I died.
You
you
died.
died. So what's happening with that beast of Nurgle?
Did you say that's his second niggle?
Yeah,
Second Nurgle, yeah.
that's very rare.
Which means if a player would normally get knocked out, there would be an injury.
Right.
And that's it.
And any injury or death? No, does it work like that?
No. So basically, it's now 8+ is a casualty. Breaks armor, 8+ is a casualty, 6+ is a KO.
Right.
So I feel like I'd sack that piece, but what about you, Leon? What are you doing with it?
I'm keeping him still as a use. He'll die. He'll die next game he plays, but
Do you not have enough money to replace him?
no, I spent it on the sacrifice,
On the
the chainsaw.
I think repeating through someone. But yeah. Let's look at the next fixtures. Andy, you're facing Moore's Mouthfuls. What do you reckon?
I'd hope to be okay, but I haven't played these guys yet. I haven't played. He's got block on all of his ogres now, hasn't he?
Not all of his ogres last time I checked.
Yeah, it's 3. It was 4 at one point.
Still pretty tasty. I'm going to be needing my guard for this one.
You're gonna have to go Ogre the Rainbow.
Oh dear. Leon, who are you facing? You are facing the Frog Stomp. So
the unpredictable, the Willem.
Yeah.
it's I think Willem will be very happy to see that you will not be having a
Tentacle.
Beast of Nurgle.
Yeah.
Considering he only has 2 Saurus.
You see it too.
Last time I checked, it was 2.
No, but sometimes with Lizardmen, like having a million skinks is scary.
Sometimes, yeah.
They're just gonna run around me.
I don't know. It's good. While your game was going on, we had the other result was 4-0 to the Bretonians who were playing against Daniel's Nurgle. Sorry, Daniel's Ogres.
Oh, wow. God.
Yeah, he's
right up there.
He's trying to one-up me.
Oh, I think we needed a commission to look into that game. So some money behind the closed doors.
The only game that's got money on is games against Ross Claws at the moment. That's the only game that's officially got money on it.
I'll tell you what happened. Bonehead happened probably. Multiple times.
Yeah. But yeah, back to this game. Why did you not choose to use Max straight away, Leon?
That's an interesting question.
I surrounded him with. Oh, in the first half, I mean.
Yeah.
Because let's assume that Andy was able to delay until turn 8. Then you've got Max for half a turn. You know.
I guess I bet on myself to hold him back. That's why, and I didn't want to have to babysit Max.
And your armor holding up a bit more than it did.
Yeah.
No, it's not the armor. It was more the armor. It's the injuries more than anything. Because
the injuries. Yeah.
First turn, what was it? The beast, the Nurgle warrior that we all love, is dead. It was a real shame. So you did sneak an extra Rotter behind analysis back. It was very cheeky.
I was gonna wait to the last moment.
I think it was turn 4. I think just after he scored, and I was like, hold on, he's got one more player than he should have. And it's like, there's an extra rattle somewhere.
It didn't help, but there we go. but is named in tribute to someone. I wonder who.
Callum Aldridge. I mean, he did do quite well against you in Neophyte, but it was good of you to try and get back into it as well. But obviously, the player advantage did make it.
Definitely told, yeah.
When dwarves are outplayed, it's very easy, isn't it?
Yeah, it gets very suffocating.
Yeah. Well, managed to get a inequality on the left hand side, but it was just unfortunate that, and he was able to see that one die desperation play, which actually pushed you too far back. I'm talking about turn 13 after you managed to get the goat out of the scrum on the right, on your left, and moved it over to your right. But we were watching from Andy's perspective, so that's why I said the left.
I made a couple of errors there as well, so. But I'm not sure it would have. But that's what happens.
You win some, you lose some.
I think that might be the first one I've won against this team as well.
Oh, interesting.
All right, so we'll start with you, Andy. What do you reckon in your playoff odds now?
That's made a big difference. I think one more win, maybe a win and a draw, might be enough to keep me there now.
A win and a draw. How are you playing against the meat beaters?
No, I've got them at the end. It'll probably come down to the final round against them, but I think it means I can afford to lose to Rob and still be okay.
Yeah, that's fair enough. What about you, Leon?
Obviously,
mathematically, it's still in it.
It's still possible.
I'm going to win every game. I'm going to do a reverse sweep. It's going to...
I do what I normally do. So, yeah, do you reckon you can beat Frog Stomp?
I don't know. You can't say we will them.
Fair enough. I'll tell you your three opponents. You're playing Frog Stomp, Moore's Mouthfuls, and the Black Craig Nasty Gits. So the three Stunsy teams.
I've played that one. I think I'm playing you. I've already played you.
No, you've already played me. You have. Sorry, Goodies. The Goodies.
Yeah, the Ghoulies. Yeah.
So those are your three games. How many points do you reckon you can get against them?
Between 8 and 9.
8 and 9. Between 8 and 9. Okay, so let's assume you get the full 9. That will put you on 16 points, which ties you with Andy. Andy's current score. So it's mathematically possible for you still. But,
there we go.
Yeah.
Well, Leon, if you still want to join us tomorrow, you can.
All right. I'll let you know.
Yeah, no, even if you just jump in, 3 commentators is enough. What happens if there's 3 is I keep a lot more quiet. But that's
you can talk trash about whoever's playing.
That's right.
I like doing the non-technical stuff, so that's good.
Go. That's good. That's bad. That's good. That's bad.
Let's talk about other things than Blood Bowl.
Just a filler, yeah.
I mean, generally, that's what commentary is, not talking about the game that's going on and talking about other games.
It's just trying to spin it. Yeah.
After the game on Sunday, I forgot to stop the stream. So I had to edit it before I uploaded it.
Oh dear.
Oh well.
How long was the stream out for?
I wasn't too bad actually. 10 minutes. It was. I did.
All right. I've been summoned. Adios.
Yeah, I need to drop out as well, guys.
No worries.
GG. See you next time.
See you all later. And there's nobody watching. I was going to say join us tomorrow at 7 o'clock. For I gotta remember who I'm doing now. Grab 'em by the Ghoulies versus the Snobs. Thanks to Callum for coming and co-streaming. Until next time, we will see you later.